What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for some more Porsche Cup. Fixed up as usual, like we've run the last couple weeks at Spa-Francorchamps. Um, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. It's a pretty big split. Happy 4th of July to all my American friends. When you see this, it won't be the 4th of July, but when I'm recording it, it is. So hopefully it's a wonderful day for everybody. Everybody stays safe and has a good time with family, friends, and other loved ones. I don't really know what to expect. I ran about 3 laps of practice last night just to get some sighters in. We don't have enough time to hop in the session beforehand, so we won't bother. But again, this is kind of a sighter run here, hoping I can run another one later in the week. Got some free time. Everybody that I know at all is going on vacation this weekend, except me. So like the next 4 or 5 days, I'm gonna have just nothing to do. So I'm gonna bike a lot, read a lot of books, and do a lot of high racing hopefully. So we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, we're just going to kind of hop in here today, do kind of chill cider race, hopefully, learn a little bit. There's going to be 200 people. I guess it's a popular day for all Americans that care about this to get some racing in, and then obviously the normal crop of Europeans in the evening. So yeah, should be a good race. Hopefully we make top split, and I guess it's kind of the goal here at 3,400. We're going to be really borderline, I think, but regardless, it should be fun. I look forward to it. Hopefully, it's just kind of a nice, smooth, clean race, and we can learn a little bit. So that's kind of always the goal. Not too terribly concerned about finishing position or results. And for this one, usually I try to aim to start in the back and move up a little bit and end up in a relatively respectable position. But if we end up last today, that's probably going to be about par for the course, especially if it's a really, really big split. There will be some deaths, so I don't think we'll end up last. Some people will die at some point. It's just whether or not we are involved in such a death and kill ourselves separately in the meantime. So again, we'll just hop right into it. Hopefully it's an enjoyable event. We're going to be right at 200 drivers here. Looks like we're at 196 right now. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Hopefully it's a fun thing. I enjoy this car. It's growing on me week after week. I don't always have good performance, and I don't always enjoy the tracks, but I mean, just as a car to drive, it's very, very fun. Short race, of course, Spa, very long track, 11 laps. Um, so yeah, probably going to take roughly 25 minutes. I think a lap around here is probably about 224 from where I was at. Fast guys, I'm sure, are going to be at like more 222. But we'll see. Let's see if we make it in top split here once the loading gets going and once we see who the entries are. We'll know pretty quickly based on the SOF and who some of the top guys are. 3,900 SOF tells me that this is probably top split, but not certainly. There's a 5,400 in here. Another 5,400, 55, 6,700 there. So it looks like this is top split Sebastian Weldon. Not quite 6,800. It would be a cold day in hell if there was ever a day where I was a 6,700 or was not top split. That would be like a pro level thing. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen. I don't know this series well enough to know if there is actually a time like this where they can get 15 cars above 15 or 20 cars above 6,700. Maybe that's a very real thing. It just seems unlikely to me, but we won't worry about that. Again, we're going to be somewhere in the middle as far as the iRatings go. 3,401 there for Fernando, so he is literally one iRating above us. That may or may not be good. Hopefully we're, number 13, 14, somewhere in there for iRating, and we'll be able to have a shot at this. So get ready to rock and roll. We're number 21. I'm going to say that this is a field of 25. I'm going to say that this is top split, but I won't say for sure. Do I have sound? Hello? I do not have sound. Okay, what happened to my sound? Why is it disconnected? All right, I want direct 32. Very interesting. Is my mic all set and stuff? Push to talk, enable headset microphone. I'll just click this on to team here so no one else can hear us. Check, check. Yeah, it looks like it's working okay. All right, whatever. That's very strange. Hello, I'd like to go out, but my screen is stuck. There we go. All right, whatever. I don't know what's going on here, but we got people dying everywhere. That's interesting. All right, we had a 21 car out of 25, so that's good. We're right down towards the back. Rogerio there. Gomes, we saw him last week at Road Atlanta. No, he's at least a little bit quicker than we are, but he did make a mistake in that race, and I think we finished in front of him even. So still people spin out. That's Sebastian. Interesting. All right. Just got a couple seconds here to go out. Yeah, about 10 seconds, but if we can get through this corner, that'd be good. We can use every bit of SR we can get. Again, no performance expectation. Let's not drive off track, or let's drive off track. So I wanted to get the extra SR and instead picked up a 1X for no reason. Let's not pick up another one. All right, I gotta not talk and focus here. Yeah, like I said, no performance expectation. We're just here to have fun, learn a little bit. Hopefully it's a nice chill race. Should be able to get all the Q laps in here. What is taking so long today with iRacing? I know there's a lot of people in here and a lot of people in this race, and I know my ping is up because it's a European session, but yikes. All right. We are, of course, here working with the classic pit lane. So we are going to start right before Eau Rouge and Radion. Make sure we take a black flag here for a pit exit violation. Perfect. All right. So again, 21 car, we should be starting in the last two rows here. I can't imagine that all four of the guys behind me won't qualify, so we'll get the standing start right at the back. We'll try the same thing we tried at Road Atlanta with the Dave Cameron style do nothing start. Seemed to work at least relatively well, especially since we weren't going anywhere from row 13 or whatever. So again, I did practice very, very briefly last night, so I kind of have an idea of where I need to put my car and how it's going to handle and where to go. But race is a little bit different. Obviously, cold front tires is really a struggle here on the outlap. And the first lap or two of the race, it's going to be our pace, I think, is not good, but it's about survival. So again, we're at the kind of the mode of if we lose some iRating, we lose some iRating, but gaining SR is the important bit. And learning and gaining SR are the two keys. We want to get better throughout the season here as far as our knowledge of the car. We might not run any better as long as we're still in good splits, but learning and knowing where our pace is going to be found and lost is the key part. And having fun. It's always about having fun, of course, especially in a cool series like this with a car that's very, very enjoyable, even though we're struggling against the very top drivers as expected, but it's such a fun car to drive. Such a responsive car, very, very natural feeling. So it's a lot of fun. But anyways, we'll come up here towards Blanchimont. Been going down the fifth through there, can probably leave in sixth. I guess we'll try that here in Q and see how that works. Just been keeping it in second here. I know the fast guys will probably be in first, at least through the second part here, but the risk versus reward there, especially with the rear wheel spin, is not there for me. So of course this is not the start finish line here today that we're using. It might, I think it's still where the green comes out actually, maybe it's not, but the actual start finish line is around here off of La Source down towards Eau Rouge. So this is the start finish line up here officially, so we're going to be gridding right about here. Here we go. Do we have time for 2 laps? Yes, we do. Just barely. Just about to get the front tires in there. Had to have a slight lift. Not that matters again. There will be people picking up off tracks there, especially on the first 2 laps with understeer and with tow and everything else. So just avoid that, not pick up any incidents ourselves or get involved in an accident. That's the key. Car does rotate pretty well around here on throttle. A little bit off throttle understeer, whether that's just an aero thing at this track or corner speed or whatever, but haven't quite felt comfortable with the understeer off throttle. Seems like the car does not really want to rotate like it did at some other tracks. Yeah, just struggling. You have to be super careful with cold tires not to pick up any 1Xs immediately. Again, could also be the Q fuel. I always forget about that, but could be a thing. All right. There we go. We'll leave it in 6th here through Blanchimont this time, see if we can make that work just fine. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be okay. Doesn't really seem to make a difference. We're not super low in the rev range or anything, so. Through the chicane just fine. We'll click over here. Keep an eye on the time. We got plenty of time, but just curious where our lap time would be. Plenty conservative there on the brakes. Nice and smooth, nothing stupid. Like I said, a full push lap on hot tires, I think I can run into 24s. That'd be a low 25 there. Looks like fast is 2:18. Okay, so I'm way the hell off the pace. I figured I'd be, 2-3 seconds off pace, but I'm way more than that, and we're already back on the last row, so that's actually good. Push a little bit harder here, then see if we can get out of it. Hoping we can get down to like a 22 then. Was driving very conservatively, but I guess there's a lot more time out there than I thought there could be, so. The benefit of having the 4th of July off from work is that I got to watch the Tour de France this morning, which was a lot of fun. Love the Tour de France, one of my favorite sporting events of the year. But obviously, work days, I don't really get to catch any of it, so. Super fun to watch that. Did an infusion this morning. I got to hang out with my dad for a little bit while that was going on, watching the tour, so it was a good morning. Now we're going to cap the morning part off with a little bit of racing. What can go wrong? There we go. Little Bear. Definitely feels faster this lap. See what the fast guys are running. I guess they aren't done with their second lap yet. Still second to last. Yeah, I carried a little bit more speed through there that time. Felt like a little bit better lap. Nothing crazy. So that would be a high 22, I think, in there. Relatively happy with that. Again, nowhere near actual performance pace, but well done with a 18.4 there. Good lap from Seb. Yeah, I'm happy with a high 22 there is what we ended up with. So like 4 seconds off pace isn't too terribly bad. All right, are we starting at the very back? We are not. Rogerio going to start from the back of the grid again with us like he did at wherever we were last time out. So I'm probably roughly a second off of the very back of the pack here. That's not awful. Not great, obviously. But yeah, it's not like I'm at a 24. I'm pushing a little bit there. I realized I could run on hot tires once I get some stuff going. I can probably run a 22 dead. So we're not at the end of the world. Again, not fast by any means. I do not feel comfortable on this track. It's a very tricky track, especially to find a whole bunch of speed at, and I just don't have it. So, but that's not the point. All right. Don't need fuel or tear off because if we crash this car, we're done. Pretty straightforward, plenty of fuel. Looks like we got 13 laps fuel for an 11 lap race. Cool beans. We're starting second to last. I guess the goal is top 23 then. We'll try to move up one spot, beat 2, even if it means that we're slowest and there's just some death. That works for me. So make sure we got driver's challenge just in case we need to yell at somebody that may or may not speak English, but hope it's fun here. Goal, get some SR, get some experience, learn a little bit. Anything else is a bonus. Again, not a US session. This is a Euro launch session from Benelux. Maybe it's the Netherlands. Where's the server for iRacing in Europe? But regardless, we're going to have a little bit more latency at some points, probably a little bit lower ping. There's Rogerio. I think just about everybody's grid. 23rd is not gridded yet, it looks like. Either as 18th or 19th, but they got about a minute yet. 25 seconds. So a couple that may be choosing to start from the pits. There's Kaio. A couple that may be choosing to start in the pits, try to avoid the chaos that is almost undoubtedly going to be Rouge and Radion. The problem is with a start-finish line here, the cars in the back are actually carrying a lot more speed into there than the front cars, so that it's kind of a concertina effect. Because of course the front guys have 300 yards shorter to go to accelerate before they get to that point. We're going to have to actually be braking and lifting, but we'll deal with that. Lights coming on here. We're ready to go. First gear, hold everything, and go. Pretty good start. We do not want to be 3 wide here. If he wants to go nuts. There's going to be a crash if we keep doing that. We'll just take it nice and chill up here. Not going anywhere. Make sure we stay with the group, avoid any crashes. Looks like everybody's going to make it through. So we are now at the back, but we are fully in the tow train here. Get some tire heat if we can, just a little bit. Again, we're not going anywhere here, so might as well be nice and chill. Wait for the calamity as people run wide, myself included. A little bit of a mistake there, just kind of followed Kaio in there. Big crash up ahead, looks like. Multiple cars involved. 0x contact for us. We did manage to avoid most of the crazy stuff, though. A couple cars crashing over there as well again. Just a slight 0x contact. Still got people, looks like, having issues, but we're still going, still with a 0x. Still kind of sort of on the back of the pack. Looks like that started right at the front, 3rd place there even, so. Understeer City there on the cold tires. Back to green flag. Everything looks like it's pretty much sorted out. Couple cars there crashed behind.
Yeah, just keep driving if people are crashing in front of you.
Everybody going way off track. I guess once you go off, you might as well admit defeat and put your foot down. Maybe this guy has some damage. Not going to jump up the inside here. All right, so a little bit minor contact on the front end, but we're still surviving. Man, the front tire's really not coming in here. Really, really struggling with front end grip around here. I don't know why. I know it's a little bit aero push, a little bit of cold tires. Big lock up there for Kyle. Just barely saved it. 2 feet in is the move there. Good save. We're going to go around the outside here. We are indeed. Towards Blanchimont. We do not pick up a 1X. Looks like just about everybody else did. Take a nice middle line and discourage any sends from behind. Oh, car
Really?
spun ahead.
Stupid.
To pick up a 4X there as there's a big crash. That Rogerio got dumped there by Dominic. We did pick up the 4X. Not great, though there goes all our SR hopes for this, but
Sorry.
I guess technically we got a spot out of it, but the SR has gone away immediately. People just sending it here around this place, which happens, so guess all we can do now is focus up, try to continue to move forward if we can. Patrick behind going to be much faster than we are. Looks like we got a dead one here. I don't know how he carried that much speed up the hill, but by all means, go nuts. We were up to 19th there briefly, now back to 20th. So, not the end of the world, not last. Still cruising. All right, there's a disconnect, so that's going to be not last. Cool. Again, top 23 is kind of the ultimate goal. Still hanging in 20th now. Now, big slide. I guess we're up to 19th because there was a car spun onto Kemmel Straight. So, Rogerio fighting Patrick pretty hard there for 18th or whatever. That's a pretty interesting decision. just about locked up there, right on the limit of braking. Oh, looks like we had a little bit of a slide. Oh, we're going to be in the tire barrier here. Yeah, couldn't avoid that. Just slid the rear tires just a little bit. Just a mistake. Just not feeling comfortable right now. The front end that we got. How badly is the car damaged? Hopefully not too badly. It's very strange around here for whatever reason. Another disconnect there. The front end does not feel like it's working. Again, maybe we got more significant damage there than I thought we did, but it just feels like the front end doesn't do anything. It's very, very pushy, very, very understeery, very, very neutral feeling. It doesn't really have a lot of definition to it. So now we got 6x in the first 2 laps, just going to survive at this point. We'll let VA go here when they catch us. So just a mistake there. That happens. This race has kind of turned into a cluster immediately. So we'll just keep cruising along. Salvage what we can. All the learnings kind of got out the window now with the damage and obviously not really being near anybody. But just have to play it by ear. Hopefully not have any more mistakes or incidents, and that'll be that. Obviously, you can carry a lot more speed up there than I am. That's probably where we're losing most, if not all of our time, really. Gotta love when people defend for like 20-second spot. Like, I'm not going anywhere, man. There's nowhere to go. We're not gonna race for this spot. That makes no sense. So. Kaio, the only car left behind us now that's still running. 2 disconnects we saw last lap around, so we are going to get our top 23 finish, provided nobody comes back and I don't crash or anything. But we already got the 6X, which isn't going to be brilliant. And we're just going to kind of survive and run by ourselves. So, not the race I wanted. Sometimes that's the races you get around here. I have not had very good luck in my iRacing career around Spa, nor am I that good here. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm awful here, but I am not that good here. It's just been a rough track for me over the years. So, not wildly unexpected. We've had some heartbreak here in the Spa 24 hours and GT3 cars. I've had some serious heartbreak and disasters in the Pontiac here over the years as well. So, yeah, the front end's still just very numb. I don't really know what it is, but just not a lot of feeling. Hopefully we can hang in this toe here just a little bit. Looks like we don't quite have it. Yeah, just not a whole lot of feeling there. I think we do have some fairly significant right side damage that I can feel. It's costing us turning performance and straightaway speed, unfortunately. So. Still, we'll keep going. We'll keep trucking along. Hopefully get a nice look here at what VA does. Just about cut that as close as you can to the wall at La Source. Get a look at what I need to do differently up here. Throw Eau Rouge and Radion to carry more speed, because it looks like that's probably where we're losing a second to lap time. Avoiding the inside curb would be a start. Looks like you kind of just got a big dick it, honestly, because that's about what we did, and lost 3/4 of a second there by just not doing it wrong, I guess. Very interesting. Curious to see what the tire life is. I know we had a couple incidents, but what the tire life is like, what the heats are like, and what kind of front end turn we've got towards the end of this then. Because this is pretty poor right now. Another disconnect there. Technically a throughput. So that'll be another spot. We're up 21st place. Again, I will hopefully, almost certainly be able to get another one of these in. Gonna try to get Pickup Cup Daytona in sometime with Carl and Alex this weekend. Anybody else that may want to join, whether it's Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. Probably won't be Thursday night. That's Road to Pro night. Could be Friday night, could be Saturday night. Not sure exactly, but we'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be another one of those boring races to watch, so I apologize for that. But a little bit deep in there. Looks like we could be up a couple tenths here. 24.2, that's not too bad. Felt a little bit faster through there. Paid off with about 2 tenths, not quite, of gain. Interesting. Didn't feel like it was anything special, but obviously it was a little bit faster at least. Might as well push it here a little bit on this lap since we got through there well. See what we can come up with. Perhaps I just need more rear brake. Didn't change anything because it felt okay in the default set, but maybe I just need to dial it back a little bit more. There we go, a little bit of a slide, but pretty good through there. Definitely a little better there onto the long back straightaway at Blanchimont. Just about another 8 tenths up. See if we can finish it off this lap. Just about keep it on the track there. Still keeping VA and Fernando in sight. Just about. See if we can get through the source. Gave up about 2 tenths there, just kind of chickened out, attacked, and then kind of bailed on my entry in my center, but still going to be a competitive lap. Down in the mid 23s at least, so. You can carry a lot more speed up through Radion than you think you can, I guess. Just going to have to figure that out. Not right now, obviously. We've kind of maintained with Kaio behind, actually. We still got 6 laps to go. At the very least, we're not losing seconds per lap. Maybe 1 second per lap, but not multiple. That's, I guess, notable. Hanging relatively within range of the cars immediately ahead. I think I just do need just slightly more rear brake, just slightly. 2 clicks tops. Don't know if I can change that in car or not. Yeah, I guess I can. Yeah, sure, whatever. Try this. Looks like Kaio's had a mistake in a spin there behind us, right about where we had our crash. So that's going to protect us here as long as we stay alive. 220 flat there for the guys ahead. Looks like Seb might have had an issue. Maxime keeping up with very well. Victor's still in the hunt as well. Again, they're like the 18 and 19 cars, show you how competitive this field is and this car as a series. So good to see that. Looks like Kaio has gotten going again, about 15 seconds back, 5 to go. We should be safe from that. I won't say anything too soon. But up to 20th, it looks like, actually. Wonder what happened there. Oh, Ruggiero had some kind of issue. Interesting. Still just a really numb feedback from the front tire, especially through Puan there. That was very interesting. Now maybe that was no. This is I don't know. I always know all the corner names here. I just get them in the wrong order, which is really weird. Whatever. Malmedy, whatever it is. Seems like a lazy front end. Very, very lazy. Feels planted enough, just not secure, not predictable, not encouraging. It's a very interesting feeling. Oh, big slide there on power. Might have caught the curb just slightly with the right front. Didn't help. Four to go. We're making it through, people. We're making it through. Give me about 10 more minutes. Probably, if you're skilled, you can probably be damn near flat through there. I just don't have that kind of skill. That's probably way faster on hot tires than I think it is for sure. Good to know for next time. Kaio's had more issues. He's 20 seconds back now. Just can't quite trust the front. Through here is the worst. Not the only, but through here is the worst. Just feels like they're not connected to the car. Just very, very lazy. You can give it like no throttle. Again, the front end damage probably is not helping that at all, but it's a very peculiar feeling. Need to induce a little bit of slide there with some off throttle time. Again, super fun car to race, super fun track to lap around. I just am not very good here and do not have very much luck here. But it is fun, so that's what's important, right? Enjoying myself. Yes, I know I'm losing the car in front. Thank you. Looks like a lead change. 19 went through on Seb. Still tight though. It looks like it's just between the two of them. They don't have any mistakes. Wonder if they're just playing leapfrog at this point. A little bit too deep in there. Didn't quite get the brake marker right. Give that lap up, back everything up, reset. Just don't wreck the car, don't pick up any more unnecessary 1Xs. Got through there pretty well that time, actually. Just about as good as we did on our best lap. Again, about 1, maybe 1.5 seconds better than Rogerio, or sorry, Kyle right now. Up about a 10th here, actually. Just about 2/10 up now. Interesting. As we burn a little fuel off. Cooled the tires off slightly. Trying to get everything I can get out of it here. Just about 4/10 up. See if we can keep it through his last 3 or 4 corners. Another lead change there. All the speed I dare through there. Can we get sub 23 here in the race? That'd be awesome. Big slide there on the exit curb. Going to cost us quite a lot. Hopefully it allows us to tack the source just a little bit harder. I think the sub 23 is gone, but maybe we could still salvage a solid lap. Oh, no, we did get a lot of gain there off the last corner compared to that previous best lap that I messed up on. It's going to be a half-second pickup. We might be under it. We are indeed. Sub 23 in the race. Happy with that as a mark, especially with the damage we got and everything. 2 laps to go. No threat from behind. Nothing coming to us in front. Even if there's a mistake or a spin, they'll get going before we catch them. So no mistakes. Going to be P20, but we did run sub 23 in the race, so I'm happy with that. Especially with the damage. I am not getting on the car in front unless it's just because they're battling. Yeah, it looks like Fernando lost a spot there, the V. Oh, a little bit of a lift there. Missed my turning point just so slightly. Mostly a perfect lap last time. X's chicane was not great. I think I could have had another 2/10 or so, but still very happy with that lap, considering the circumstance. Yeah, probably lost 10 and a half, maybe 2/10. And we gained a little bit of that back in the hairpin, so that's fair enough. All right, 1 to go. Yeah, you're pretty hot tires. You're pretty fast up through there. Way faster than I thought we would be for sure. So good thing to keep in the back of the mind, learn from. You can still see the cars ahead there, VA and Fernando up ahead just barely. But we can still see him, so that's good. A little bit deep there, but we managed to get stopped. Struggling still. Front tires. Their no name here isn't too terribly bad, but it's not great. Looks like Fernando and VA still going at it up ahead. Maybe we'll get another freebie from that. I don't think that this cost us anything. Looks like it was a good finish there between Seb and Maxime. I think we're probably 20th. Even without my crash there, we didn't lose so much time that it made a position difference. So maybe just based on other mistakes, we could have been 18th, but that was the maximum. So 20th is pretty good. 6x isn't ideal. Didn't want those. The 4x it wasn't my fault, and then 2x it very much was my fault. But again, not the end of the world. One more corner, and then we go into SR gain mode. See what this last lap ends up being. Hopefully it's somewhere in the 24s. Haven't really paid attention. Pretty sloppy. 23.4, so only about a half second off from the best. That's pretty good. Now we wait for the guys behind to finish. Keep an eye out ahead for traffic, which there is none, I guess. So cool. 20th place. Could be a lot worse. I promise you that. Oh, big slide there. See what the tires are again after the race here when everybody's done. There they go. All right. That's going to do it. We're the last ones on track. It's a P20 finish. Not what we want. Not pretty. Obviously, the 6X sucked, but 3 disconnections allows us to kind of maintain. I hope Seb Weldon's doing well. Good guy. Young guy. All right, give me my results. Minus 38, I already think it's about right. 0.21 SR down is not great, but you know, it is what it is. Good run for Maxine though, gained 102 for second. So they were at 219 flat in race trim. My best was about not quite 4 seconds off of that. I think we could have ran again maybe a 22 flat with a fresh car. So pretty sure that we were the slowest of everybody for a best lap, which it looks like we were predictably, but not the end of the world. Don't really care that much, so that's all right. We take them. It was a fun race, so hopefully it was enjoyable to watch, even though we ran by myself. So I'm going to hopefully use that and apply it and be a little bit more sporty in the next one, hopefully. So that's going to be it for today. Make sure you drop a like and a sub down below. Don't want to miss any of the action from iRacing, NASCAR, Dirt to Daytona, Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit 2, or anything else that I may post. Once again, I hope everybody has a fabulous 4th of July. Those of you that celebrate it, I hope it's a lot of fun. Everybody stay safe. And until the next time, bye.